and welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. I am Mark Storrs, and hang out with me as always is
Rob Morphy.
Robert, thank you so much. And
Wow.
whoa,
Yeah.
damn.
There it is.
What was it? What was my name?
Herbity.
Yeah, boo boo
I mean,
boo boo ba.
Sure.
Chris Scatton is away into this episode.
That's a new memory game.
I like it.
Be like,
I like
what's
it.
my name?
Oh my God.
Now you gotta remember it.
Now you gotta try to figure it out.
Thing that no one's
Nice.
gonna remember.
No, we're back. We're doing it. Before we get started, boys.
Okay.
All right, Patreon. Signing up for Patreon. If the folks out there want to support us, do not do it within the confines of the iOS app on your iPhone.
Right.
Only your iPhone. If you're on an Android, don't worry about it. But if you're on an iPhone and you got iOS and you're like, there's a Patreon app, I'm going to sign up for the boys. You are going to get hit with a 30% charge, and we do not want you to do that. So
steep.
just open up your browser, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, DuckDuckGo, whatever you want to use. Do everything on your phone in the web browser. You won't get charged. You will stay within the Patreon payment system, and you will not be sent over to Apple's iOS payment and get a 30% charge.
Yep.
Damn.
So far, so good. We have the numbers. No one's fallen for it yet.
Oh, that's good.
So we're doing good.
Okay.
So far, we're doing good. So just as a reminder,
reminder.
and that is patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. All the bonus audio content, video content, all kinds of fun stuff over there. Also, too, don't forget merch, hellerspace.com. Got those TeePublic sales are coming. You know why? Because summers are on the corner.
That's true.
Before you know it, the sleeves come off. Summertime Fun Boy comes out. The shorts get a little bit
that's right.
smaller. The Crocs get a little bit
Hobie
tighter.
Mark comes out.
Hobie Mark comes out. Dude, I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. Cold Water Creepers. This week's episode, super stoked. Russian lake monster mania. We're going to Russia, Bob,
Yeah,
for some lake monsters.
we are.
Oh,
I love it because that's my old school. That's my bread and butter. That's my first favorite fucking cryptid.
your favorite cryptid is Loch
Yeah.
Ness.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's because, and also, I guess, helped that Jaws was one of the pivotal movies of my youth.
Oh, for
So
sure.
the idea
Well,
of being
yeah.
terrified of what's in like the murky water, because it is a fear. It's a foundational fear mixed with a fascination
I like it.
that I absolutely fell in love with. And you know what? We don't do it that much because they tend to be less intimate stories. But every now and again,
Well, yeah. I mean,
you got to dust
by
it
nature.
off and just go fucking balls deep.
Pensacola, that's where the serpent ate kid, right?
That is, yes, that's
Yeah.
a sea
It's
monster.
one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sea monster.
Yes,
Oh.
for it lives in the sea,
It does. It
the
does not.
briny depths,
Does not live in the lake.
the oceans.
It is not confined. It's not controlled by the water of the body of water that is the lake.
That's true. But the thing
I
is,
figured out what a lake is.
oh my
I'm
God,
so excited.
I think you actually
Shit.
called it cold water creepers.
Isn't it cold water creepers?
Cold War, buddy.
Cold War creepers.
Oh no, really?
Are you fucking with me?
No, I didn't. I thought I said Cold War. I didn't know that I screwed it up.
It's okay.
Yeah, you know I can do it again.
No,
I
mean,
no, we're not gonna edit it. We're just gonna say Cold War creepers, Russian lake monster mania. The second time sounded so much better. See, there it is.
Okay.
Let's get started with spanning some 5,600 miles from east to west and 2,800 miles from north to south. Russia is a sprawling landmass that boasts a near unfathomable 2.8 million lakes. Bearing this in mind, it should come as no surprise that the former Soviet Union is not only infested with lake monsters, but that those on offer are some of the craziest cryptids on the books.
hell yes, you did it, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
The people on the $10 tier will see the cuts.
yeah,
Yeah, and my blood pressure seriously just jumped. Like if I
dude.
stroke out, don't worry.
dude.
You guys will be fine without me.
When
okay?
I
It'll be
fuck
fine.
up a lot, the same thing happens to me.
Oh my God, it's so infuriating.
Yeah.
It literally
So,
just makes my blood boil.
I got
Regardless,
nothing but empathy.
cold water creepers, baby.
That's right.
Let's do this.
So let's kick this round off with the biggest effing freshwater lake on the planet, Lake Baikal. A body of water known for its reputed population of aquatic, human-loathing humanoids. A story that Mark has been on me to do literally since the word go. Like, I think when we first had a meeting about doing this pod, you're like, fucking
all right.
Lake Baikal humanoids. Buddy, you remember?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do, because we talked about it a long time ago with like Cryptopia.
Sure.
With the article back then.
Cryptopia, what's that?
It was cryptopia.us.
Mhm.
Check it out.
Ha!
It's a website. Check it out.
It's a website. If you go there, it's there.
There's stuff there. We recently stole the logo for one of our political shirts.
We sure did.
We're going to bring that fucker back, though. All right. Lake Baikal, Bob.
Okay, yes.
We're doing it.
I plan on making Pappy Mark, as I refer to you in this piece, proud one day, but today is not that day, and so we're going to save those particular aquatic enigmas for its own proper, fully dedicated episode. So for now, let's get settled into big dog country and set the scene. Located in Siberia near the Mongolian border and surrounded by steep mountains and dense forests, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater body of water in the world, with a reported depth of well over 4,911 feet, and that's so specific it's probably not well over, maybe a couple inches at best.
That's just...
It's
That is...
but it's still deep.
That is
Yeah.
unfathomable.
Yes. Oh, nailing it.
Damn.
That's funny.
This colossal lake is credited with holding over 20% of the planet's fresh water
Oh, damn.
and harboring more endemic species of flora and fauna than any other lake on the face of the earth. In short, it is fucking happening.
Yeah.
So these facts, along with the remoteness of the region, seems to indicate that Baikal is perfectly suited to harbor a mysterious monster of immense proportions. And eyewitnesses confirm that it does. To wit, Lake Baikal's resident leviathan, which some claim is a massive ichthyoid resembling some sloptastic toxic mutant from a 70s nature run amok flick, excuse my fucking giving out voice, born of the massive amounts of pollutants which are spewed daily into Lake Baikal, while others insist that this rarest of lake beasts is a lumbering, hot-blooded, milk-fed mammal.
Oh, man. So you're the byproduct of 1980s pollution science where, like, it grows a monster, not just, like, horrible cancer and kills fish, or you're sucking on the teats
Sure.
of being milk-fed.
And maybe you can be both. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the prophecy,
actually.
the Inside Out Bear of 1979's
Oh,
Prophecy, not the Christopher
Inside-
Walken Angel movie.
Yeah, that's what first I thought. I'm like, wait. a
Yeah.
minute.
No, that to me is not prophecy. I mean, that is a movie, and people,
Do you remember
like it.
Prophecy 2
it.
with a cameo
Oh, yeah.
by a
Oh, the
certain...
Danzig.
Yeah, he's like, no, brother. And that's pretty much all he says.
Really?
Watch Prophecy 2, let's see Danzig, and then turn it off.
I probably won't.
It's all
But
the
yeah,
best
maybe
part.
I
You're an
will.
angel. I'm an angel too.
Yeah, come on now. Hey, it's the best part of the movie.
The best one though is still the 70s one because it's
Oh,
a
for
fucking
sure, yeah.
it's a huge like inside out grizzly that is fucking on a kill.
You
crazy
introduced me to
rampage.
that movie, and I was like, this is art.
Yes.
And this is cinema. This will never be topped by anything ever.
Good enough.
Maybe Star Wars.
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Described by most eyewitnesses as being sturgeon-like in appearance, which is not surprising since the largest sturgeon ever recorded was caught in Russia and measured a whopping 27 feet. So that's a fucking monster in and of itself. This infamous organism has been likened to a gargantuan pinniped as well. So again, probably not the same thing. We'll be getting to it, but it's like all over the fucking place, this description. And I apologize as my voice is giving out. I'm not sure why, but I'm just going to rock through it. This fact is also interesting, considering that Lake Baikal, even though it is situated over 1,000 miles from the nearest marine coast, sports a massive seal population. So pinnipeds ahoy, they're all over the place. These conflicting descriptions regarding the origins of the Baikal Lake monster forces one to consider the possibility that the lake harbors both an extraordinarily large sturgeon as well as a mammalian, monstrosity. Images of colossal kaiju-like critters dueling for superiority in the depths of this massive lake boggle the mind.
We had a story like that, didn't we?
Yeah, we've definitely. Oh, like the We did the kaiju of the Arctic.
Yeah, but there was also too, like, I think it was Russian, right? Where there was like a giant silver dude that like came out of the.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the dragon of the Caspian Sea.
yes,
I think.
yeah, dude, like a giant silver surfer came out of nowhere and
Yeah,
just,
it was like
wrecked it.
Rom, if you
Yes!
remember that. Like,
Oh, dude.
old fucking
Good pull.
Marvel fucking
my
thing.
God.
And a fucking and a or some sea dragon, and it was frolicking.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, hanging out, being buddies in the sea.
Dude, so cool.
It's very cool,
I love it.
definitely. Theories posed as to the origins of these animals range from the ever-popular prehistoric relics landlocked during the last ice age to the aforementioned ecopocalypse hypothesis that the creatures are a man-made aberration. The number one perpetrator of this heinously degenerative act of environmental desecration is the Baikalisk pulp and paper mill, which has dumped approximately 210,000 cubic meters of untreated waste into Lake Baikal every day, every single fucking day since 1966.
I better get the Russian EPA on that shit real quick.
I don't think there's a such thing.
No, I don't think there is either.
Yeah, Russia OSHA? Nope. So here's the fucked up part. Like, it is literally renowned for its biodiversity, whether or not it contains a monster. And all the seals and all the fucking sturgeon and everything else. Like, how? I mean, that many cubic meters of untreated waste for that long, for, I guess, over half a century.
In the biz, we call that solution by dilution.
So it's just the sheer volume of the water.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not optimal.
It's not what you want to do, but yeah, when you have that much garbage going into something like that, depending on the volume of water, just dilutes it. Now, every day for that long, 100%, as we learned from Lake Ontario, will eventually cause an issue.
Sure.
So I'm not saying that this is correct. I'm saying if Russia did have an EPA or a DEC or some sort of regulatory body that looks at water, they should probably stop this and find a different way to deal with your pulp and paper mill, which if you've ever smelled pulp,
worst.
It's disgusting.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's awful.
I remember, I think there's
It's
a
super bad.
big one in Georgia, like Savannah, I think.
Yep.
Paper mills. And just driving through there, it made me want to, I didn't even, like, I wanted to disembowel my nose.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
You want to just puke fucking nonstop. It
Yeah.
is one of the worst smells ever.
No, it's gross.
Then I don't want it.
Yeah, you would not like it, Chris.
No, you are not going to enjoy this 1 second at all, Chris.
Other researchers have speculated that the animal may be a rogue sea serpent. The old Slippy Dippy. I mean, it's 1,000 miles from the fucking ocean, but...
But bro, what if it was on land? They slithered across the land.
I mean...
Like a grandpa, and then just jumped into the water.
Oh.
And it was like, here I am, this is my new land.
This is my new...
This is my new
This
land.
lake is my new land. This is my new ocean.
This new lake of filth is my new shit. This is my new hot shit.
All right,
God.
new poop.
Yeah, there you go.
Which, as a juvenile, I'm going to theorize here, swam up one of the 366 rivers and streams that feed the Baikal Basin. Whatever this creature may or may not be, one of the most astonishing aspects of Lake Baikal is Baikal, is that despite the massive amount of pollution, it harbors an amazing degree of biodiversity and is the only freshwater environment on Earth known to support hydrothermal vent life forms. So like those
That's
fucking
interesting.
the shit in the ocean, this one, it's the only fresh water that we know about.
Yeah, and they got it in a lake, huh?
Yeah. Deep enough, hot enough, volcanic action.
Cool.
Right. Maybe it's burning off some of the shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
if
could
it's
be
hot
interacting with some of the pollution for sure. Yeah.
Sure. These amazing conglomerations of aquatic animals have been discovered at an approximate depth of 1,200 feet in the northern portion of the lake, along with an array of species including sponges, bacterial mats, snails, transparent shrimp, and fish, some of which are new to science.
Oh, the old
Fish.
They got the old freshwater clam.
The astounding thing you never expect to find in the lake. Fish.
Yeah, dude, transparent shrimp. The old freshwater clam. There you go, dude. Yeah.
Like, I don't know
the
how
all-water clam.
common shrimp are to fresh water. I'm sure
Don't
it's
know.
something that happens. I mean, we're not marine biologists.
I caught a
don't know.
clam in Cuga Lake once and was like, well, this is a thing.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know how a clam lives there. It was gross.
Yeah, I don't know
I
either.
don't know.
No, got me. I didn't eat it.
Wow.
I
Good.
I did
Didn't
not
hear
do
Good
that.
call.
No, I just cut my line and just kind of threw it back. I was like, thanks, you fucker.
Wow.
Yep, enjoy the hook.
On July 29th, 2008, Russian scientists led by Artur, I'm going to read him, Chilingarov,
You got it.
attempted to reach the bottom of the world's deepest freshwater abyss in a bid to find unknown life forms as well as claim a new record. Quote, "We want to study, observe Lake Baikal in order to preserve it," said Chilingarov. Oh, I'm nailing it. As if two possibly completely unique lake monsters were not enough for Baikal, it is also a hotbed of UFO activity, again, as hinted at already in the fucking humanoids segment there. And declassified documents from the former Soviet Union claim that 3 military divers were killed by that same group of vicious and possibly extraterrestrial, perhaps interdimensional, who the fuck knows, creatures known as the Baikal Lake humanoids. So again, I'm going to apologize for my voice and like the sprawling nature of this. This is one of those things where it's going to be a little bulletin point thing.
Okay.
No, that's
all we're
cool.
doing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more, after especially the big yellows, you tell the story and you get caught up into it.
Right.
This is just facts and science.
Hot
We're all
takes,
hanging
man.
out.
Bullet points,
we
dog.
got fish, we got humanoids,
Yeah.
we got fucking
Pinnipeds,
UFOs.
Clams. What does the pinniped tell me?
Seal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would a walrus be a pinniped?
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anything in the seal family that I don't know about yet? What's an otter?
It's not a seal.
Is it close?
It's a mammal. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
I mean, they're
Is-
mammals.
Is it? I mean, is a walrus
Sea
close?
lions and seals, pretty tight.
What about what are those things?
I think sea lions have the ears and seals have like the
holes or
the
whatever?
holes.
What are the ones that clap?
Seals? Jesus
Is
Christ.
that a seal?
I
I
mean,
mean, it
you
was a
need to teach-
walrus.
A walrus.
How many
barely
walruses do
live.
that?
I mean,
Yo,
I don't.
what's that shit with a horn on it? What's that called?
Oh,
Like a narwhal?
Is that a thing, a narwhal? Is it more like a
Wait,
whale?
all right.
though?
I mean, I don't know what we're doing here.
I'm trying to understand ocean life,
all right,
and
so
you're.
You're just
Do you-
naming things. We're trying to
I
guess
don't
what
know.
they are.
I don't know what they
Well,
are.
I thought maybe you were talking about like one of those walruses, like the what are the ones with like the proboscis? They're like elephant
Oh, the
walrus
elephant
or whatever.
seal? Yeah.
Elephant seal. Elephant seal.
Oh
Elephant walrus.
yeah,
Like, was that what you were talking about, or did you literally mean a narwhal?
a narwhal for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a cetacean. That's a whale, which is more associated with porpoises. I mean, you're right in a sense that as much as dogs and seals are similar, they're mammals. They do shit. Whales and fucking seals are similar.
I'm trying to get my aquatic education up.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm not belittling you.
No, I'm just saying.
I love that you're doing
I need
this.
help.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about how the whales used to walk on land, Bob.
Oh, they did.
Right. And then went
Hardcore.
back, and then came back, and then went back, and
Yeah.
then came back,
Little
and
tiny
then went
legs.
back, and then went in a tree, and then went back.
It went into a
Science
tree.
with Chris.
Actually, I don't think they. I think once they were in trees, I don't think they went
Like
back to the water.
evolutionary, this makes no sense. We're in a tree. Fuck it, back to the
Yeah.
ocean.
This is sucks.
No. Awesome.
I think a lot of creatures, like I think certain porpoises too, and they look like weird, fucked up dog type thing, but not dogs. Like the kind of dogs you would see in Duran Duran's Wild Boys video or like a post-apocalyptic movie where it's like what happens to dogs after radiation gets too much.
Oh,
it's like
that's funny.
they're quadrupeds and
They
have
turn to
teeth.
dolphins.
But yeah, no, they're like some of those things went back to the ocean. I remember there was a time, an ill-fated artistic project where you were a ship's captain and it was drug about in the ocean by the peppins of the sea.
Oh, that's
You
right.
had a whole train of
Yes.
seals.
There's
I
pictures.
did. There are pictures.
of-
There's
we
art.
took,
There's all
yeah.
kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I had a title and a name, and I was smoking a pipe with my 22.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was my gun, right? Yeah, it was my gun.
And yeah, oh definitely.
Yeah, it's a
and all
22 Ruger, yeah.
the posed
Yeah.
shots.
Yep.
Pepins of the sea.
Happens of the sea.
All right.
Alrighty.
Moving on to the Veroda beast.
Ooh.
Nestled in eastern Siberia's Sordong Nok tablelands are a series of isolated and allegedly monster-infested lakes, including Lake Veroda, which is said to contain a mammoth aquatic creature known as, not surprisingly, the Veroda beast. According to the site cryptozoology.fandom.com, which I'm pretty sure actually got this from an earlier version of American Monsters that I wrote years ago, but it doesn't matter.
It's a
all
wiki.
good.
You know what? Education
Wikis
and
are
information is free.
Spread it out there.
Free.
Never would I deny that. Russian geologist Viktor A. Tverdoklbov and Boris Bashtakov were with a group doing geological studies near the lake in July of 1953. While visiting the lake, they reported seeing a barrel-sized hump moving across the body of water. As it got closer, a head appeared. Its head was around 6 feet wide and the body between 30 and 40 feet long.
That's a big one.
So we're not
That's
talking
a big head.
a plesiosaur-like classic lake monster here. This seems to be more of the whaley type, like the Zeuglodon maybe. Big head. 6 feet wide. During the 1960s, several geologists were said to have seen a large gray creature with a fin on its back, and that, as far as I know, represents the totality of sightings.
All right, man. You got some, where was it called? The Veroda beast, just chilling, hanging out in the water.
Big head.
That's big. I mean, that is
Fin.
big. Like 6 foot, 30. Was it 30 to 40 foot long? And then the 6 foot head. That's a monster, dude.
And there's like the one in Alaska, the Lake Ilyama monster, which may be a fish, maybe a mammal. And I remember Dr. Roy P. Mackle, late of the Loch Ness Investigative Bureau and cryptozoologist in general, who was like a man who went on multiple expeditions to find Mokele Mbembe in the Congo.
Oh, yeah,
and other
totally,
places
yeah.
like that. He was very much a proponent of Champ being a Zeuglodon or some sort of like
Right.
prehistoric whale, which I find interesting because the alternate guy, do you remember that other guy who was in documentaries all the time in the 90s? He was convinced it was the longest necked fucking dinosaur ever. Like, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like, it's got like, say if it had the body of a terrier, it would have a neck length of a giraffe, like just stupid, out of proportion,
actually
long.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like,
And he claimed he saw it like weaving around like a snake in the reeds.
That's
and that
weird.
It's like it would walk on the bottom of the lake, according to him,
and its
and
neck
its head
was-
would pop all the way out.
Oh,
it makes
boy.
no sense.
Yeah.
Imagine the neck muscles and the thousands of vertebrae that thing has to have in that fucking neck, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, I know it's based on a legitimate dino,
I mean,
but I mean, I wish I could remember the guy's name. He wrote a book.
but that's just silly. You can't look at that thing and be like, that's legit. You'd be like, stop. That neck's ridiculous. No one can take you seriously when you do that.
But then there was that footage of the dad and son fishing on Lake Champlain, and you saw that weird serpentine head, like a snake head, serpentine
Right,
neck.
yeah.
And remember, it came up around and
Mhm.
swam under the boat. It wasn't necessarily 11 miles long,
Oh, yeah.
but it was
yeah.
a pretty big fucking neck.
Yeah. All right. Well, long necks, dog.
Yeah,
We're doing it.
here it is. Bronzo dragon.
Ooh, we got dragons.
Little titles.
I
Little
like it.
titles. Laying just 250 miles northwest of Moscow, near Endropol in western Russia, is a relatively small body of water known as Lake Bronzo. The body of water is, according to eyewitness accounts, the home of a bizarre bioluminescent reptilian, Jesus Christ, Rob, reptilian creature. It allegedly lurks near the bottom of the lake, according to modern reports.
Okay. Oh, you saved it. Rob
barely.
saved the edit.
All right.
I was about to punch us in, but Rob
No.
pulled it off.
Date back to at least 1854.
Oh, dang. Good old 1854.
Good old 1854.
Yeah.
No, we're going to hammer through this one.
Okay.
Mistakes be damned at this point.
All right,
Oh,
man.
boy.
There it is.
That having been said, the legends of this aquatic horror have been told and retold for centuries. This bizarrely bioluminescent aquatic reptile, again known as the Bronzo dragon, it's very redundant, Rob, first reared its horrific head in the 13th century, not far from Moscow. According to local legend, the brutal Tatar Mongol army was on its way to invade Novgorod when their leader, Batu Khan, allegedly stopped his troops on the shore of Bronzo to rest and allow the horses to drink. It would be a decision he would soon come to regret. As the Mongol soldiers led the horses to the lake, they were horrified to see an immense roaring beast lunge from the black waters to devour both animals and soldiers alike.
Oh, sweet.
Mow, 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 mow.
Welcome to Russia.
What?
Just ka. The whole Mongol army just gets decimated. And what was his name? Tartar Khan or
Tartar
something?
Khan.
Tartar Khan. Yeah.
Tartar Khan.
I'm sorry. Batu Khan. He's like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
up.
Tartar Mongol Batu Khan.
Yeah, Batu Khan's like, all right, everyone, we're turning around. That's it.
The troops further inland were so terrified by their comrades' fates that they immediately turned back. Thus, according to local folklore, Novgorod was saved by the appetite of the lake dragon. This would not be the last time that this monster would show its political allegiances. According to lake residents, during World War II, in a maneuver that would have made Winston Churchill proud, the dragon once again surfaced and managed to swallow a Nazi airplane. And its pilot, or at the very least, its
Did
pilot.
it jump out of the water?
I don't know. Like, it must have made an emergency landing, and that fucking thing was like,
Oh, yeah,
nope.
something.
And it smelled the Nazi. I smell a Nazi. And he just fucking ate it.
Exactly. We all like to think that lake monsters hate Nazis.
Yeah.
I just assume.
They can smell them coming.
Sure.
Like, I knew it was them. Sons of bitch. And then That's
But
my
it'd
lake
be
monster.
crazy to imagine that this is so big that, like, if a fucking part of a plane, I don't know what planes they had, but one of the planes landed and it's just basically a fucking lure, like flashing silver in the sun.
Yeah.
And,
It doesn't got to eat the entire thing whole. You
No,
could
you're
really
right.
just go for like the fleshy part. Let's like look for the human, be like, bite there. There
Could you
go.
imagine if, just not that I have any empathy for Nazis, but just simple human empathy. You land on a lake behind enemy lines and you're like, I'm fucked. And then all of a sudden you're like, I mean, I can swim to shore. And then you're like, no, I can't because a monster is eating me and my plane.
If I landed on a lake in a plane, the first thing I would think of would be a lake monster.
Yeah, me too.
I'd be like, I'm fucked.
100%.
But I can't go to the shore because there's Sasquatch and Dogman.
Mm.
And there's possible werewolf.
Oh, my.
Then what?
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's problems.
Yep.
While chances are it was merely hungry, I'd like to think that the Allies had their very own lake monster on tap. Other ancient legends describe a quote-unquote enormous mouth that ate fishermen and that its body resembled a sand mountain that appeared on the surface of the lake. That's a direct translation. I assume Island would have also done pretty good.
Is it Shia Halud?
Yeah, I know. The sand mountain appeared in
Yeah,
the lake.
really. Like,
Hmm.
okay. So maybe it's like brown in color, and then as a hump kind of comes up, you're like, it's a sand mountain.
There was definitely an ancient, like, I don't know, like Eric Pontoppidan or whatever his name was, like that old Swedish zoologist. Somebody's like, like islands that appeared either in the ocean or lakes. I think not the hell is the one, Morag near Nessie. It was supposed to be like wave without wind, island without fin. I'm making shit up. I haven't read the book in a long time.
Wait, what did you say? Wave without wind, island without fin?
Islands don't have fins. I know that.
This sounds like a dope song, though. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like a pretty cool jam.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Fucking Joe Walsh.
Yeah, really though.
Oh,
All right, man. Continuing.
okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. All
there
right.
we go.
So, let's see where am I? It's surprising to note that some claim that the creature is only supposed to be, and this is astounding because of the alleged enormity of the other descriptions, only 16 feet long. A mere piddling. Hardly a plane-eating size.
No, not really. No.
Though that may just be observations of a juvenile specimen.
Ah, the little ones.
The
yes.
babies.
Yes.
Eyewitnesses depict the beast as an iridescent dragon with what is alternately described as being, or having, a fish-like or serpentine head. Although, due to the often frigid climate around Lake Bronzo, investigators have surmised that this creature is likely not a reptile. When not fending off foreign hordes or Nazi aviators, this aquatic dragon, doing what a dragon must, I suppose, is said to have intermittently spread its reign of terror throughout the small fishing villages located not only on Lake Bronzo, but on the nearby Volga River as well. So I guess it would be like something traveling for mating purposes or migrating for whatever.
Yeah.
Food.
Totally.
And other people get eaten. So, I mean, it's an equal opportunity consumer of flesh.
Cool.
In fact, as recently as 1996, the Itar TASS news agency reported that residents of the Bronzo Lake area were terrified of what the local press had dubbed Brosny, or Brosnya, depending on who wrote it, I guess. The article goes on to assert that many of the citizens of these tiny communities are so upset that they have taken to fortifying their homes, as quoted from an article published on the Reuters news service. Quote, "I'm afraid," said one elderly woman, Varya, who lives in the small lakeside village of Benyak, about 400 kilometers northwest of Moscow. "I do not feel comfortable staying in this place. The monster could crawl into my house any day."
Your house isn't in the middle of the lake.
Probably close enough. You ever see Orca? Motherfucker, that thing came right up and just ate the fucking wood off your, like, granted, you had a house that was hovering over the water. Orca with Richard Harris and Bo Derek.
This is a movie?
The killer whale.
Yeah.
The Orca.
It's not making...
You've never seen the Jaws rip off Orca?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I have or not. I think I
How?
kind of think I know the poster, but I don't know if I've actually seen the movie.
Yeah, well, anyway, I know they killed its young, and so now it's on a revenge fucking trip,
Cool.
destroying everyone in this fishing village.
Okay, cool.
Even though all they have to do is, I guess, not go in the water. But this
Well,
one
it's kind of the situation
girl
here, yeah.
lives in a house that's, held up by, large wooden posts, and it knocks it down and it attacks her, and she gets pretty fucked.
Okay, all right, well, I mean, I'm just saying maybe this woman, Varya,
Yeah, Varya.
if you're in the houses on a bunch of sticks in the middle of the lake, calm down. You think you're going to be all right. This thing you're going to walk up on shore and knock on your front door.
Well, you don't know that, because what if, like Nessie, it's amphibious, can, like, do some, like, slug scuttling.
Yeah, these people don't know that
Right.
if that's just a fish or something that just
right
has legs that just
It's a dragon.
lives
some
in
sort
the
of
water.
occult being.
Or could it be
mean-
a machine?
Oh,
A USO.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, all right. Now I speak my language here.
Mhm.
Now you got me interested. In that case, board up all your windows, boys and girls. It's coming. It's gonna stab you in the middle of the night when you least expect it.
1996
Ooh.
was apparently a banner year for the beast, as an anonymous tourist from Moscow allegedly snapped a picture of the Bronzo monster after his 7-year-old son screamed that he saw a dragon, quote unquote, in the lake. And in November of that same year, the Caravan Weekly sent an expedition to Lake Bronzo. The expedition consisted of journalists Marina Gravashenko and Eugeny Novikov, the head of the Tiver Regional Legislative Assembly's press service, Nikolai Ishchuk, photographer. Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a what? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a lot. Photographer Aneta Jilavian.
Yeah, you got
Sure.
it.
Jilavian. And editor-in-chief of the Caravan newspaper, Gennady Kilmov. Gravashenko had this to say about the mystery. Quote, "At first sight, the whole of the monster story looks like a fairy tale. After the expedition to Lake Bronzo, I do believe that the place is actually mysterious. Stories told by witnesses proved this opinion. We met with local people who were perfectly sane. And adequate. Adequate.
Yeah, I thought you
Yeah.
just skipped that
Yeah.
on purpose.
Sweet.
No.
All right, they're
What
adequate.
is more, all legends about the mysterious monster trace the roots back to the old times. I am sure that legends and rumors cannot arise from nothing." End quote. In the summer of 2002, experts of the Kosmopoisk Research Association went for an expedition to Lake Bronzo and did echo deep sounding. The results of this experiment has yielded perhaps the most peculiar development in the case to date. The Moscow newspaper, quote, "Arguments and Facts."
Oh my God.
Wow. Yes.
Can we buy that newspaper?
Mhm.
Sweet.
Interviewed Vadim Chernobrov and, the Cosmopoisk coordinator who discussed the strange discovery that they made in the depths of the lake. Quote, Echo Deep Sounding registered an anomaly. There was a huge jelly-like mass of a railway car size handing, I think maybe standing, I'm not sure.
I think heading,
yeah, that makes more sense. 5 meters above the bottom. The mass stood motionless. We waited for some time and then decided to make it move. We threw an underwater petard, a low-capacity explosive device. When the device blew up, the creature started slowly going up. We stared at the water and it was clear there was nothing resembling a monster. However, something unusual was still felt in the lake water. So I don't know what the fuck that is. A big gelatinous mass of fuck all. And of course you're going to throw a little petard at it.
dude. It got hoisted on its own petard, dude.
There it is.
Is that like an explosive? I'm taking.
I've never thought a
low
petard was an
capacity
explosive.
explosive device.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
Like an M80.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like
Or maybe it's like Aquaman's trident, but it explodes. Like throw it and then it hits and then boom, it blows up. Hence, hoisted on your own petard. Yeah, I know my weapons of the sea.
you sure
that's
do.
like a baby depth charge.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be waterproof to a degree, right?
Yeah.
But I think you can huck an M80 into water and
You
it'll
can
blow
They
up.
Are,
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming this is some sort. This is probably like more tech than just an M80. You're not like actually lighting this thing and like kicking it off. You know.
True.
how do you know?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, yeah.
it could,
I mean,
it
Chris
very
makes a
well.
valid point. I assumed you were right, but yeah, Chris also.
Maybe it is like a depth charge or so. I thought that those worked off of like pressure. You know, they got to a certain level, the pressure just blew them up. We don't know underwater explosives, but regardless, whatever this gelatinous shit thing was, they're like, guess what? Made it move.
Made it move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool.
What did these Russian scientists actually blow up? Was it the corpse or perhaps the hibernating form of the Bronzo dragon? That would suck. That poor fucker.
It was hibernating and they just
Boom.
blasted the shit out of it.
It would be such a dick move.
Good night, sweet prince.
Oh, God, I know.
Boom.
Exactly. Or even more disturbingly, might it have been an egg cluster like those laid by many amphibians?
The babies.
The big foamy frog pile of eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Could the Cosmopoisk Research Association's lack of foresight in using explosive devices during their investigation have doomed this exceedingly rare species of dragon to extinction? Question mark. Until we know more, or there's another sighting or attack, it looks like we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on to the next monster. You guys
Here we
excited?
go. I got this bullet point. It's all caps. It's in Russia. What is it?
It is the Caier monster.
Okay, good job. I was like, Caier.
Caier.
Couldn't quite say it.
Hey, Caier.
Car monster?
Yeah, Caier.
Caier.
Lake Caier is a shallow, actively volcanic lake located in the inaccessible permafrost-ridden Yakutia region of eastern Siberia. Yakutia. I think that's how you say it. And isn't that one like Yakutsk or something? All sorts of Y words. up in Siberia.
I clearly have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwelling deep within the bowels of this primordial pocket of water is a beast which has stirred both fear and controversy ever since it first reared its head in front of a renowned Russian biologist and a team of scientists from Moscow State University.
I put on a show.
It's a fun one.
Cool.
The biologist in question was one Dr. Nikolai Gladkick. I'm going to go with that one. Who in 1964 made the pilgrimage to this remote region in order to sample rare mineral deposits and survey the Yakutia in Siberia. It was in a moment of quiet on the rocky shore of Lake Caier that Gladkick had his first encounter with the beast. Gladkick claimed that he had woken early on that misty morning in order to gather water when he was confronted by an amazing sight. According to the scientist, as he fetched water on the edge of the lake, he was shocked to see a small-headed, primeval-looking animal emerge from the water and begin to feed on the long grass sprouting up along the shoreline.
Ooh, it's like a cow. It's grazing like a cow.
It's a little lake cow.
All right, cool.
Long-necked lake cow.
Yeah, but it is a lake monster.
I drew a picture of that a while. Remember the one with the fin and the like danglies? Long time ago.
Like Illustrator, Rob, or like?
Yeah, no, I drew it in my sketchbook,
Okay.
scanned it in, and inked it up in Illustrator, then colored it in Illustrator.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, probably not.
I'll send it to you. We can use it.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
that'd be perfect.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that was fun.
Definitely.
It's a really fascinating creature.
Awesome.
Okay. Gladkick described the being as a massive, long-necked, blackish blue reptilian quadruped with a heavy tail and a lizard-like head with two tiny supraorbital horns. It's just above the eye there.
Oh, cool.
Like the little nubbins that Nessie sometimes depicts.
Yeah.
in
Those are
sort of.
neat. All right.
Yeah. I have to see it like giraffe nubs. I know they're not horns.
Yeah, they're just little
bony,
little protrusions
for the battle.
Yeah.
For the battle for
when
love.
You got to fight.
Yeah.
You got to smash your neck against another giraffe's
Fucking
necks.
giraffe wars are the craziest shit. Have you ever seen that?
Dude.
The way the necks coil around and they just clonk each other with these fucking nubs. I feel so fucking bad.
I mean, you're fighting for land and women at that point.
Land and women.
There you go.
Love and property. Love and taxes.
Love
the way of the giraffe.
Love a story by Mark Storrs.
Jesus Christ. The creature's most distinguishing attribute, however, was the squat triangular fin supported by vertical rays that ran down the length of its spine. So I think something akin to a Dimetrodon. Remember those fin-backed?
Oh yeah.
But not in an arc, sort of like a swoop based on the original.
Yep.
Because Gladkick did a sketch.
Oh, cool.
It's a very famous sketch. That's what I based mine on. So it's really interesting. He further asserted that he watched as the enormous beast thrashed its tail in the water. Rukosuyev later recorded his report, quote, "It had a long gleaming neck with a small head. Its body was huge, covered with black-blue skin. There was a big dorsal fin on the back of its body. All of a sudden, the animal slid back into the water. Sometime later, I saw it standing out of the water in the middle of the lake. The animal started swinging its tail to whip the water. The waves were rippling on the surface of the lake."
It's a little it's playful.
And so what's interesting about this is that, I mean, it could be an omnivore, but it also might be a herbivore. And it's just, can you imagine a creature like this? Like maybe it just, I don't know, some what do they call those massive megafauna?
Okay.
Like maybe on the steppes or in the Siberian wilds or the tundra. And, like the whales we were talking about earlier, they like evolved to be more aquatic.
Mm-hmm.
They eat seagrass or, seaweed or whatever, reeds along the side, and they just hang out, swishing around, do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like not a typical reptilian or even aquatic necessarily, but maybe it's a mammalian. I'm not sure.
It's kind of
it's described as reptilian.
It's kind of nonchalant. It's hanging out. I'm going to eat some grass. I'm going to walk out of the water.
I mean, it can't be an herbivore if it's a reptile. Because they just never.
They don't do that. Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't
think so. I think they're all carnivores. I'm again moron here. I don't know.
People are going to yell at us in the comments. Like, here's X amount of examples of why you're wrong and why reptiles love fucking eat grass.
Oh no, it's true because turtles absolutely fucking love lettuce. So you're right. There are some vegetarian reptiles. So yes, I'm an idiot, but I think a lot of them, most of them, are probably carnivores, but it doesn't matter. We have proof of concept.
Yeah, I mean
turtles.
That just went circular all the way back around. Like, wait, no, we know what we're talking about. Turtles like lettuce.
Oh no, we don't know what we're talking about at all. But at least now I've discovered that they eat plants too. And maybe it's a rare shellless dorsal fin, lake turtle.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, why not? You know what, man?
My favorite lake monsters and sea monsters, those fucking giant turtles of the sea that are like fucking the Bermuda Depths. Do you remember that fucking movie, either of you guys?
No.
It starred Patrick Duffy from fucking Dallas fame, the black-haired guy.
Duffy.
And he fell in love with this girl, Connie Selica, I think.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
And sounds like an 80s powerhouse movie.
Burl Ives was the fucking boat captain.
Wow, Burl Ives.
And when he was a kid, They did the shitbag thing. They carved their fucking initials in a heart on a sea turtle's back, but somehow, it turns out the girl was actually dead, and she's a sea ghost with green glowing eyes.
What?
And he like fell in love with her when I guess she was a little sea ghost girl, but she gets older in the sea as a ghost, as does the turtle, and the turtle becomes kaiju proportioned.
This is a movie?
And it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, but I loved it. And there's a part where like a house on a cliff falls, and the scientist that's living there is holding on for dear life, and then the turtle comes up and chomps him. And I mean, it's the shittiest blue screen ever, but I was like, oh, fucking wow.
Bro.
And yeah, I bought that shit bootleg as fuck when I got old enough.
I mean, after
All
you that whole breakdown you had, I might have to go check it out myself.
I think it's on YouTube. At
Okay,
least it was
even
last
better.
I checked.
I can just watch it.
Bermuda Depths.
Bermuda
Okay.
Depths.
Giant
All right.
turtles.
All right, man.
Digression
Well,
over.
There it is. Getting back
Yes.
to it, Bobby. Wasting no time.
Mhm. The exhilarated biologist swiftly made his way back to the base camp in order to alert his teammates about his incredible discovery. Gladkick, now armed with a rifle, returned to the beach with his fellow scientists in tow, but the only evidence that remained was a large swath of flattened grass.
We shall shoot it.
His cohorts were understandably dubious concerning the beast he had described, but just when it seemed as if Gladkick was going to have his vodka ration terminated, the expedition chief, Dr. G. Rukosuyev, along with two of his assistants, claimed that they watched in awe as the very same or remarkably similar life form emerged in the center of the lake just 2 days later. That's a godsend, because you don't want to fucking be the guy that saw that and no one ever sees it.
Then you're reaching for your rifle trying to headshot this thing.
All right, that was kind of beat.
I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm saying this guy's got
Maybe
the
he
rifle
just brought
out.
it for safety's sake in case it charged.
I think he's trying to hit it.
Oh, that would suck.
And dude, I don't want to be the one to talk about killing the Bigfoot, but you need the body. Just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, in a lake in Siberia, you don't know how many of these things exist.
Do you really think these guys are not going to shoot this thing?
You're probably
I'm
right.
just saying.
Yeah.
I don't support it.
Mm.
Give it a handshake. Give it a high five. Maybe slap it on its ass. Tell it good game.
Good.
Get back in there, kid. There you go.
Wow.
Just saying.
Good
There
eye.
it is.
Good eye.
Good eye. Good eye. Good eye. Way to watch the ball. Way to watch the ball.
After the second event, Jesus Christ,
So dumb.
so dumb. Rukosuyev and his men described the animal in much the same way as Gladkick. Only their accounts included the appearance of a distinct dorsal fin. The witnesses all agreed that the monster's epidermis was so black it almost looked blue. So now I'm sitting here thinking, after I made a big speech about the Dimetrodon, that might be another Russian lake monster, and this might be one with just a standard dorsal fin.
Okay.
Because there was two different ones.
I mean, regardless.
Yeah, they're still fascinating.
This thing is, I mean, just the fact that these things are even sighted over there is like just, I mean.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Although all of the men concurred that the animal in the lake appeared to be of prehistoric biology, there was some dispute between those who believed that the beast was related to the plesiosaur family and those who contended that it was a tetrapod, aka four-footed, rather than flipper-bearing beast. It wasn't long before word of this enigmatic entity found its way to the press, and the scientists' reports were published in the Komsomolskaya Pravda and the magazine Soviet Life.
Why not just shorten it? Soviet life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Soviet people.
Yeah. Soviet people doing Soviet shit. Enjoy.
From there, the story took on a life of its own, spreading swiftly across the globe. Sadly, due to the remoteness of Lake Caier, as well as the lack of photographic evidence, it wasn't long before the public's interest died down, and the legends of this mysterious monster began to fade once again into obscurity. Skeptics, recognizing the fact that Caier is resting atop an active volcano, have been quick to conclude that most of the monster sightings have probably been caused by subaquatic tremors sending a rush of water boiling to the surface. These alleged academics have, of course, offered no explanation as to how a surge of water might resemble a grazing tetrapod at close range. Furthermore, doubters have also claimed that Gladkick was not a scientist, but a migrant worker who was hired to help with the expedition. Whether or not Gladkick had an academic pedigree, the fact remains that Rukosuyev and his comrades also claim to have seen the same creature. A creature which some have suggested may be related to the notoriously carnivorous, occasionally fucking herbivorous, water horses found throughout Europe. Unfortunately, there seems to be little scientific interest in the case, and it would seem that those who continue to dwell near the mist-smothered shores of Lake Caier are forced to live not only in fear of the strange and possibly prehistoric beast dwelling therein, but also of the churning volcano that lies below the lake itself. We've only really just scraped the surface of Russia's nearly indefatigable list of lake monsters. Some seem to have the gritty patina of a genuine cryptid, accounts of which barely managed to filter to the outside world in those sketchy, secret-filled years of the Cold War, while others seem to smack of weekly world news headlines. Still, while it's hard to know which stories one should take with a grain of salt, the fact is that Russia is riddled with vast, fauna-filled spaces both above and below the water. And who knows, maybe that last great bastion of cryptozoology really does lie hidden somewhere in the murky bosom of the big red bear. USA.
Is that a USA chant?
That was a USA
Dude,
chant, yeah.
I gotta tell
USA.
you,
Well, yeah.
Well, hold on, we gotta do this. Ready? USA, USA, USA. Oh,
So-
Chris barely.
Can't.
Barely.
I threw this together at the best of my ability. I pulled like a couple all-nighters this week. I am apologizing to listeners. We will be back on track.
Let me bring up this point. And you need to sleep, good sir.
Yes, I know.
Sleep
I
is
couldn't
important.
help it.
Your body needs to sleep. 2.8 million lakes
That's
in
a
Russia.
lot of fucking
That's
lakes.
crazy, man. Like, I don't know. I guess how many lakes are in the United States? I don't want to know the number because it's probably double that. Regardless, I don't know why I'm thinking Russia's so much smaller, but 2.8 million
Russia's
lakes
bigger,
just seems.
I think, geographically.
Is it bigger than the United States?
I think so.
I don't know. I'm not good with this. That seems like a lot of goddamn lakes.
And that's
though.
a Googleable thing.
It is, but we're not going to do that.
I gotta
'cause
tell
we're
you,
just going to speculate and piss people off.
I think Minnesota has 7 billion lakes.
Oh, you're going 7, Chris. What do you got?
Just from Minnesota?
Yes, from Minnesota.
I think 13 trillion.
Oh my God.
Chris is probably right. Yeah.
13 quadrillion 479,396,000. We had 2.8 million lakes is bonkers.
That is bonkers.
Yeah, that's nuts. The one area there too, I just thought was kind of interesting how there's like a volcano underneath the lake, and I believe that's also the one that's like near. It's part of permafrost, which is really interesting because like there could be some sort of like prehistoric thing there. I've always wondered though, like it just seems like too sci-fi. Like if something was caught in a lake, right? Like some sort of lake monster, let's say,
Right.
would it really be able to survive for that long? Because it seems like you're talking like so long that you'd be trapped in this little body of water with no way to like reproduce, or there's no mate, or there's no like.
First off, you have to have a mate or you don't exist.
Exactly.
Like unless it's magical.
Okay.
You know, like or interdimensional trespasser. What's the word I'm looking for? Like something that slipped through the portal and ended up there accidentally.
Right.
Then it absolutely has to have a breeding population.
Because like, can't turtles live like a stupid long time?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if these things have that where they can live a stupid long time, and for some reason they just got trapped in this lake and the thing is just there chilling like, this sucks. Fine, I can eat. I got no one to hang out with. These guys throwing fucking explosives at me.
But
Sure, but how to get there to begin with?
It was trapped in the lake when the continent shifted.
see, the thing about that is they don't live that
that
long.
old.
Turtles.
I'm trying to come up with a time.
okay.
Tortoises like 160, 200 years.
We don't know, man. What if no, we
The
do
Earth
know.
cooled and then it was there.
the Earth, yes. The Earth cooled, and this thing was like, "Fuck, we're in my backyard going in the goddamn lake."
Oh, there's water. Finally.
The whole volcanic thing though is really interesting. I would be curious to know too, like if these lakes are connected. That's one of the things I love about like lake monsters, like especially like Nessie. Like if there is a connection to like the outside waterways, like underneath, because that's just super cool, man.
Well, that opens up everything at that point.
You could
if
be
that's the
seeing
case.
the same thing in different lakes, not even realizing it's the same monster.
But when they were pissing in the wind, talking about like the big caves that interconnected all of the, the lakes on the Great Glen back in the 70s, that's fine because you only know what you know.
Right.
But I feel like now, I don't know, with fucking satellites and crazy shit, we should be able
know,
to
right?
know if there's fucking super tunnels.
Well, I mean,
that
I guess
lead from the ocean to the fucking
it depends how
lake
deep
to
though.
lake.
I mean, how deep? It depends
No,
how
that's
deep
true.
they are. Like, because I mean, even though you got satellites, you're not looking through rock and being like, "Dude, we found a connecting hallway from one lake to another." Like,
I even
that's
wonder
a
where
hallway. I don't care.
where that theory came from. Corridor, it's fine. It's the same thing.
Yeah, a tunnel
Right.
between two areas filled with water.
I don't even know where it came from, the idea, unless people were like seeing similar things and like, well, no, I lost my fucking swim trunks and fucking, Marar.
This lake, and I found him in this other lake.
And they showed up and fucking
Underground hallway
If that
of water.
if that was the way that it happened,
All right.
shit, I'd be like, all right, amazing, excellent. Yeah, but no, that whole thing with Russia having that many lakes and just
Yeah.
this diversity of weird. So I guess it's safe to say that they probably have like per capita like the most lake monsters over there. They've got to, right?
I don't know. I mean, it would make sense with 2.8 million lakes, but
Yeah,
I mean, but Scotland
has one.
has got like 25 lakes and they all have fucking monsters in
Do
it.
they really?
Like, oh yeah, Marar again. I say that over again.
I mean, there's a handful.
No,
Really?
so many of the locks have
Oh, dang.
monsters in it.
I mean, even here in the U.S., we've got Champ, right? And then we've got what's the one? Old Greenie. We got Old Greenie,
local.
Yep, local one, Old Greenie.
Lake Tahoe.
Okay, Lake Tahoe. Cool. Keep saying it.
Alkaline
Keep saying it.
Lake.
Keep saying it.
Devil's Lake.
Okay.
Nebraska.
The percentage doesn't bear out if you compare it to Scotland.
No.
Because we have like just a gazillion, and there's like
Yeah.
a handful.
Yeah,
of-
totally.
that has been
And I
seen.
keep wanting to claim like Ogopogo. I'm like, no,
Oh, that's
Cressy,
Canada.
no.
Yeah, that's all Canada.
Don't steal Canada's
No.
fucking sweet lake monsters.
No, please don't. But
They
yeah,
have some of the coolest though.
so
Canada.
I mean, I guess given the land over there in the area, I think my favorite one out of all of this though was the one that attacked the con, where he's just like, "Oh, you're coming to invade?
Yeah.
Guess what? Da 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 da," and just starts chewing everybody up. Like, what a great way, man! Have you imagine that you go to conquer a land and you're like, "Fuck, they got a sea dragon or a lake dragon." Like,
what can you
shit.
do? Yeah.
nothing.
And if it's eating horse and man,
Yeah, dude, that's
that
big.
thing is fucking not to be trifled
Dude,
with.
you gotta pull a tear and be like, "We're going back."
Wow.
Yeah, back to the last episode. We're going back. We're heading out of here, Mister. What was it? Tartar Khan or whatever? We ain't doing this shit.
Oh, dude, it's Batu.
Yeah,
It's,
Batu Khan.
Batu Khan.
Yeah, it's the
Sorry.
Tartar Mongol.
Tartar
Batu
Mongol.
Khan.
The
Batu.
Tatar. Yeah.
Is it Tartar?
Tatar.
No, it's Tatar.
Tatar.
Yeah.
Oh, steak Tatar.
Okay, Tatar, Mongol, and then
Wow.
Mongol.
Tatar. Mongol.
Yeah. I know.
That's
how you gotta say
exactly how I read the fucking intro for this thing with unfathomable that I can't say.
You got to tuck
You
it at
can't
the
put
end.
yeah, but
it's
you
brilliant.
can't put that in the fucking in the title. I've been that is my Achilles. Whatever. I've been bested.
I will never unfathomable you again.
Thank you for not.
I swear.
Thank you for not doing the unfathomable.
For the record,
to
I
me.
gave you the out. I said, "Hey, we can switch it to like incredible or whatever." You're like, "No, when I fuck it up, it's fun.
Yeah,
let's do
it's
it."
not. It's infuriating. It literally made my blood pressure raise.
You know, welcome to my world. Like a couple weeks ago, I did nothing but fuck up, and I was like dying in my head constantly.
Yeah, no,
it's
sucks.
funny. This one was a sprawling shit show, but in a fun way. It's like we just went right through it. I don't think there was but one mistake.
No, there's maybe like
Not even-
one or two tiny
It wasn't even a
edits.
mistake. It was me drinking.
Yeah, there was like a little bit of silence, I think, there in the beginning. A little behind the scenes.
Little
there,
behind-
there.
little
Yeah.
inside baseball. But
Shit.
yeah, no, I mean, but lake monsters, honestly, have always been my jam. They're
fun.
They haunt me. They're cool. They're interesting. They seem like plausible, but at the same time, unlikely.
I mean, we've
As much as I love it,
we've gone and looked at lake monsters. We
Well,
talked about this
yeah,
recently.
I mean,
you
yeah.
know? Well, we've sort of.
I mean, to me, it's just as likely as like a Bigfoot. It just depends on what you're talking
well, it depends
about.
on the lake.
If you're gonna say like just an unknown kind of primate thing, sure. But then when you start talking about red eyes and other things, well, then I think it's just the same
Right.
thing. There's shit in the sea. We know this.
Sure, of course.
So it's just like, well, does it have crazy?
right.
Look how
yeah.
crazy do you go with it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing too, because there's always room, and we prove it all the time. Where I tend to want to err on the side of the strictly biological, but Mark, you'll go like crazy into, occult type.
Well, that's where Nessie
ideas.
came from. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Sure.
100%.
And there's room for both, and it's fascinating.
What's that saying that in each of these 2.8 million lakes in Russia that there's not a little portal in the bottom of these fuckers interdimensionally that shit's popping out?
I mean, that actually...
You can't take it off the table.
I hate to say it. It makes more sense than fucking resident population of prehistoric animals.
No, remember the really old turtle I was talking about? Remember
really
from
old
Pangea? They got caught in the lake.
Right.
Because you were saying, like, but turtles live a
cooling
long
of the
time.
earth.
And I remember, I looked at...
How dare you forget the cooling of the earth?
I looked at Chris for a second. I'm like, is he really suggesting?
Yeah, that
A
long.
1,000,000-year-old turtle.
Dude,
a 56 million-year-old turtle.
Parrots can be like 80 years old, dude. Multiply that by a couple of years. Plus, these things are prehistoric. We don't really know how long dinosaurs lived for. We didn't realize they had goddamn feathers till recently. I grew up in a world where dinosaurs didn't have feathers.
We
and then
did
as an old
too.
man, they're like, they have feathers. And I say, fuck you.
When do you think the
with
kind
feathers.
are separated?
I love that.
Like 30 years ago?
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, when was Jesus crucified? It happened right before Jesus was crucified. How dare you?
Right after World War II.
I really hope the next fucking Jurassic Park has feathered fucking dinosaurs out the wazoo.
Oh, no, they fucked us.
Yeah,
They fucked
I just want
us
to see
with that.
giant chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these dinosaurs that you were taught as a kid were. That's why I got a big problem with dinosaurs. I'm here to say it. I don't like them. I'm not a big fan of dinosaurs.
Oh, really? Why?
Oh, because the whole feather thing came out of nowhere. They were fucking dope. Like, oh, they're
It's
big
because
stupid turkeys.
you associate them with birds and you hate birds.
Well, yeah, of course. But like, they were cool when they were like raptors and like T-Rexes and all kinds of
they still were those, just
mean-looking
add some
shit.
feathers.
Yeah, and they look stupid as soon as you put feathers on them.
Okay, but this is what science does. It finds information and then it changes.
Can I just stay
Like,
in
what
this
do you-
part of the dinosaurs? Is that fine? Am I going to get in trouble?
No, you're all right.
Is science going to yell at me if I'm
I
like,
mean-
I like them better this way?
You can, but you're just going to be called a feather denier.
Wow.
Oh, no. You imagine
There are
that?
no feathers. That's stupid.
That's the new fucking
That's not my
movement.
dinosaur.
Yeah. Don't get me started about the moon, motherfucker. You wait. Robin Chris will tell you all about that
Now
shit.
the moon has feathers.
Oh, dude, see, exactly. That's what they want you to
Oh,
think.
the
They want you to
feathered
think
moon.
everything has fucking feathers, dude.
All right, we're doing moon soon. We're doing hollow
All right.
moon.
Oh, don't even get me started,
happen.
man. Don't, dude.
I'm
You're
excited.
gonna get my cackles up, man. My cackles.
Hackles.
Cackles. My cackles and my hackles.
Your
You're gonna get them
cankles.
all up. My
You get my
cankles.
cankles up.
Oh, I've been doing good. I've been staying hydrated. I haven't drank since the Super Bowl. I've been doing really good.
Good job.
Yeah,
Super Bowl?
Yeah, I haven't drank since the Super Bowl.
I mean,
Crazy.
it's Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, happy St.
Oh,
Patrick's
that's
Day.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got your new accoutrement for being Irish. I love it. Oh, super Irish.
Oh,
I love
nice,
it.
clean.
Yep.
They are. They're
Yep.
beautiful.
Fresh.
Had to spring on a new set.
Yeah. Do you get those from Amazon?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Sure.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it is.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Thank you for joining us. Cryptonaut Podcast. Before we get out of here, though, Bobby, we got some people we got to thank that support us over there every
Fuck
month.
yes.
Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. Weekly bonus and weekly bonus audio and weekly bonus video content and exclusive access to our Discord server. Let's give those people some thanks. Robert.
Beginning with Brendan Mahoney.
What's happening, Brandon? Thank you so much.
Mahoney.
Special
I
shout out
know.
to him.
It's
Very
always-
special shout out.
Going to be Police Academy.
Mahoney.
Always.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you, dude.
Allie Hammond Schultz.
Hell yeah, Allie. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Allison Andrew.
Hell yeah, Allison. Thank you so much for that monthly support. Means the world to us.
It really does. Kyle Perrin.
Kyle, we cannot thank you enough for your continued monetary support that you provide us in the first of every month.
Yep.
Unless, of course, you sign up on like the 15th, because we're on subscription-based billing now, then you'll be charged on the 15th.
Fair.
Some of you are charged at different dates.
That's true.
Accept it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Last.
We appreciate it.
Most definitely not least. Dire Faye.
Hell yeah, Dire Faye.
Dire
Thank you.
Faye.
And again, you can get all that bonus audio and bonus video content at patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. As I mentioned, I'm looking at the camera for the $10 tier, even though you guys already signed up and you didn't do it through the iOS. If you want to sign up for Patreon, do not do it on the iOS app. Do not do any Apple product. Don't download the Patreon app and then sign up. It will bring you through Apple's payment system and it will charge you 30%. So if you're on an iPhone and you're like, I don't want to listen to what Mark says, I'm going to do this, you're going to get hit with a charge and you're not going to enjoy it. But what you can do is you can just open up your web browser, Safari, Chrome,
Sure.
Firefox, whatever, and you can do it right there on your phone. Not a problem. Then download the app, then log in. Just don't do any transactional stuff because we don't want you to get hit. We don't want you guys getting hit with stupid charges.
No.
It sucks for us because we can't stop it. Patreon can't stop it.
Yeah.
Apple has this rule. It's terrible. But whatever, just
Jerk
don't do
ass.
that. We don't want you guys getting charged any extra. And of course, the social medias, the Instas, the Twitters, the Facebooks, and the TikToks. If you check us out there, all the fun stuff we're posting up there. Like, comment, share, put it in your stories. Get your merch at hellerspace.com. T-shirt season's right around the corner. I
Yeah.
can feel my pants getting
Ooh, did our test prints come in yet?
shorter. No, they didn't, but
The
they will
hell?
be here, I believe, Wednesday.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Wednesday or Thursday, actually. Violet got them out to me pretty quick. So we got some new merch.
Nice.
Once we get the test prints, we will inspect the test prints, determine if any changes need to be made.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to fuck ourselves just yet.
Nope, not yet.
We're not going to do it just yet.
But I'm excited.
So yeah, we got some new merch happening down the road here. We got the socials and we got the more, what the hell was we talking? Merch? Yeah, merch.
Merch.
There's all kinds of sales happening at T-Public. Be sure to check those out. Like 35% off. And was I talking about the boys of summer? After the boys of summer. Yeah. Your pants are going to be getting shorter. The shorts are coming out. The shorts are getting shorter. You're going to have your flip-flops. You're going to have your Crocs. You're going to have your sweet-ass tee on, dude. You're going to be out there at the lake with the boys, partying, drinking some beers, and rocking your Cryptonaut merch. And they're going to take a picture. You have your friend, Kyle, get a picture of you in the shirt with your tiny shorts at the lake, drinking beers, and we're going to put them up to us, tag us, and then we'll put them on the socials. If you send us pictures of yourself in merch, we will post them
Oh, my God.
out
yes.
there.
Yeah,
we will
yeah.
put them on our website. If you go to our website, cryptonautpodcast.com, we should probably promote that more because we have a website. If you go there, there's a merch section where you see people with all their merch hanging out and doing all their stuff.
I love it.
Super fun. And we love seeing y'all rock it.
Absolutely.
It's super
Yes,
awesome.
you don't
Thank
have to wear
you.
tiny shorts though.
Hey, look at tiny
it's
shorts.
on you.
It's
You can-
freedom.
you
If
d-
you want to
you
wear
decide.
tiny shorts, you can wear tiny shorts.
You can. You don't have to.
I think the kids are going towards the jammers this year. I think I'm going to go tiny.
Oh, really?
I'm going to go tiny.
Speedo tiny?
No.
Or like
My
70s
God.
bike shorts tiny?
God, it's like tiny,
like
you know?
yeah, like 80s.
Maybe like
yeah,
my
like white with
With
blue
the white, yeah,
stripe.
exactly. The white stripes.
Yeah, maybe like
or
my-
whatever.
like
Yeah,
my thigh
right.
tattoo will stick out a little bit. You might see a little hint of the
Oh.
Crimson Ghost. Like, oh, what's that? He's dangerous. Yeah, exactly, dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hint of
full-
sack
a little-
dangling below.
No, not doing that. We're going to keep
I
them
mean, you
fuckers
can't really
together.
help it at that point.
Oh, that's
we'll
awesome.
see.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Summer's around the
We'll
corner. I'm
fucking
fucking
see.
excited. My year is about to kick off with July 4th, baby. Oh, it's about to kick off. I can't
All the
wait.
way to fucking Halloween.
Yeah, right now we're just in that weird void where nothing matters and everything sucks. And
Yeah.
then we had like a micro tornado yesterday. I lost
Oh, yeah.
power for 12 hours.
Dude, like
Yeah,
I
it's
watched the swing set in my sister's backyard because we were all there, like the family was all together, and I was about to take the kids outside, and then it started raining. All of a sudden, this thing went ass over tea kettle.
Yeah, dude.
It was fucking like bombastic.
I was hoping that
literally.
this thing was going to take the trampoline that's in my yard that I hate so much and just launch it into like the neighbor's house, and it never happened.
Mm,
The trampoline stands strong.
yeah,
It's built too sturdy.
there it
It's
is.
got to be taken down a notch.
That really was a hella storm, though.
It was
Like
for the
7 seconds.
7 seconds. It
Yeah,
lasted.
yeah. It was
mayhem.
just I saw the front coming. I'm like, I was going to be one of those.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the alert in your phone where it's like tornado and it said like get to the center of your house, don't stand near windows?
No.
Nope.
I was reading. I'm like, don't hang out near windows, and yeah, it was a whole thing. It was pretty crazy.
I was right next to a fucking window the whole time.
Oh, dude, I was outside. You shitting me? I was like, I want to see this.
Yeah, I was in a car.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were
Oh, were
outside
you really?
in it?
Oh, damn.
Oh,
we
man.
were trying to beat it because we were in Montezuma.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So you were like storm chasing that thing, dude? Like,
Well, when we got up, when it started picking up, and then it didn't, like I said, it only lasted 5 to
Oh, it was
7
brief.
minutes.
Dude.
Like the red area, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
severe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
'Cause
that's
you can see a
where-
lot of green, then the red strip. I was like, oh fuck.
That's
and then
yeah.
more
That's
green.
when they were like tornado, and they showed where it was, and then like the lights went
Yeah,
out.
but is it really tornado?
I mean, I don't think it
I don't
was
think
a
it was,
tornado,
but-
but like
I
the
mean,
lights went out, and then it was a whole thing.
Dude, I saw that fucking swing set go.
It was
Yeah,
gusty
but,
wind. Gusty wind
yeah.
happens. I didn't see a tornado, a fucking tornado.
Yeah, there was.
I'm not
coming
saying it was a
out.
tornado at all,
A twister?
but I am saying that
No, the
I
high
saw
wind
this thing go
thing.
bam,
Yes.
Yeah.
like up and down.
It went ba-bam,
Wha-ba-bam.
wah-ba-bam.
What you
What you boho?
Oh my.
Oh, there it is. Thank you all so very much for joining
Oh,
us.
shit.
And I'll be talking to you soon.
Fucking A. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
I'm so sweaty,
It
and
was
I
weird
don't know why.
and fun,
Yeah,
and
what are you
it
talking about?
was a
What are you
good time.
It's because you got worked up over the fucking
Which
I
one?
don't know, hallways and waters.
Oh yeah, hallways and
Everything.
waters.
A lot of things
Right.
work.
Underwater
I got-
hallways.
Yeah, unfathomable.
Oh, that was the
Yeah,
beginning. So you
yeah.
worked up from the fucking beginning.
Son
I
of a
know.
bitch.
Sometimes when it throws you off early, you fuck yourself.
Yeah, I did, and I'm all hot, and I need to go get some water. Goodbye.
Stay moist.